As darkness fell, our ancestors faced a nightly battle against the cold. Without thermostats or electricity, the hearth was their only defence. The fire was the heart of the home. Light, warmth and survival depended on it. But fire is fleeting. It devours fuel and dies, leaving only cold ash. Letting the fire go out meant risking illness or worse. The challenge wasn't just to make a fire, but to make it last through the long, freezing night. People couldn't afford to burn wood wastefully. Fuel was precious. They needed a clever solution to keep the fire alive until morning. This skill, passed down for generations, was as vital as hunting or farming. Our ancestors learned to tame the fire, slowing its burn and preserving its heat. Mastering this art meant survival for families and communities. Even today, a winter power outage reminds us how quickly cold can reclaim our homes. For our ancestors, this was daily life, met with quiet competence and ingenuity. Their answer was a simple, brilliant technique: banking the fire. This method turned a nightly struggle into a ritual of resilience. The secret to surviving the night wasn't a roaring blaze, but preserving the glowing embers. Banking the fire meant putting it to sleep, slowing its burn, not extinguishing it. The process covered hot coals with a thick layer of ash, insulating them and restricting oxygen. Too much ash, and the fire smothers. Too little, and it burns out. Generations learned the perfect balance, creating a gentle, lasting warmth. At dawn, the ritual reversed. Scrape away the ash and glowing embers reappear. Add kindling, a breath of air, and flames leap back to life. No need for flint and steel. This nightly practice linked one day to the next, a thread of warmth and continuity. Banking the fire was more than survival. It was a symbol of resilience. The hearth's gentle heat carried families through the coldest nights. This technique conserved fuel and effort, making life possible in harsh climates. The banked fire was a quiet miracle, ready to be revived each morning. It's a tradition that speaks to human ingenuity and adaptation. Even now, the principle endures wherever people rely on fire for warmth. Banking a fire is rooted in simple science. Fire needs fuel, heat, and oxygen. Our ancestors mastered the fire triangle without knowing the chemistry. By covering embers with ash, they controlled oxygen, the key to slowing combustion. A roaring fire is a sprinter. A banked fire is a marathon runner, conserving energy for the long night. The ash blanket doesn't suffocate the fire, but regulates its breath. Just enough oxygen seeps through to keep embers smouldering, not burning out. This slow release of heat could last 8 to 10 hours, warming the home until sunrise. It's a masterful manipulation of nature, turning a wild force into a steady servant. This principle of controlled combustion is still used today, from charcoal grills to modern wood stoves. The lesson efficiency comes from control, not excess. With a little knowledge, a small bed of coals can outlast a pile of logs. The wisdom of the hearth endures, as relevant now as it was centuries ago. Banking a fire is a skill anyone with a fireplace or wood stove can master. Start with dense hardwoods, oak, hickory, maple, for long-lasting coals. Let the final logs burn down to a deep bed of embers. Avoid adding more wood. Gather the coals into a compact mound at the hearth centre. Use fine, dry ash from previous fires as your insulating blanket. Gently cover the embers with 2 to 3 inches of ash, enough to insulate, not smother. The fire should show no flames, just a faint wisp of smoke. In the morning, scrape away the ash to reveal glowing coals beneath. Add kindling and gently blow. Flames will spring to life almost instantly. Gradually add larger wood, and your fire is revived with minimal effort. This method conserves fuel, saves time, and ensures warmth is always within reach. Banking the fire is a simple, reliable way to keep the cold at bay. It's a practical tradition, ready for anyone to reclaim. In uncertain times, this ancient skill is a modern asset. The banked fire warmed the room, but our ancestors had another trick for cosy sleep. They heated stones or bricks on the hearth, then wrapped them in thick fabric. Placed in the bed, these bundles radiated gentle warmth for hours. Dense stones like soapstone or granite held heat best and were safe to use. This simple technology turned excess fire heat into personal comfort. Even in freezing rooms, a warm stone meant a restful night. Heating an entire house was wasteful. Our ancestors focused warmth where it mattered. At night, families gathered in a single room, doors shut to trap heat. Heavy curtains and small rooms helped insulate against the cold. The hearth was the hub. Cooking, eating, sleeping all happened nearby. Some even slept in box beds, creating a microclimate of warmth. Every action, closing doors, drawing curtains, huddling together, conserved precious heat. This strategy of thermal zoning is a lesson in efficiency. It stands in contrast to our modern habit of heating empty spaces. The wisdom of our ancestors is more relevant than ever. When modern systems fail, old skills, like banking a fire or heating stones, become essential. These methods require no electricity, just knowledge and preparation. Heating a single room, not the whole house, is the smart way to stay warm in a crisis. These ancient techniques connect us to our shared human story. They remind us of our resilience and ingenuity. By learning and sharing these skills, we honour those who came before us, and we reclaim a powerful part of our own heritage.